Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday. I'm here to bring you guys episode number 2 in my Foundation Fridays series. So a couple weeks ago, I did my first episode on the Estee Lauder Cushion Stick. It was a really beautiful natural foundation. So if you guys want to check that one out, I'll leave it down below. But I'm basically just going to, every couple Fridays, test out a brand new foundation, give you guys the full review, the demo, the check-ins, all of that. So can you guess what today's episode is going to be on? I'm so excited to talk about this. So this is the new Makeup Forever Water Blend Foundation, and this is going to be replacing their face and body. So I've actually had these for a couple weeks, and it's been killing me to not test them out. And I've been trying to not watch any videos about them or look at any reviews because I wanted to give you guys my real first impression, not knowing anything about the foundation. I tried to not know anything about it really. So I'm just really excited about this. Basically, Makeup Forever did send me these foundations in a couple colors to try. They sent them to a bunch of YouTubers, a bunch of bloggers, but I was not asked to film a video. This is not sponsored. They have no idea I'm doing this, nothing like that. So these are all my real opinions, my thoughts. With that being said, I really don't know anything about it other than the name Water Blend. So I have this little pamphlet here that came with the foundations, and it just kind of talks about the formula. I thought I'd kind of go over it with you guys. So it's supposed to be buildable, lightweight, deliver a flawless and dewy finish. So to me that sounds like it's gonna feel really lightweight on your skin, but it's gonna give you that great coverage, a really dewy look. So I'm thinking this is gonna be pretty buildable and pretty full coverage. It comes in 20 different shades. It's a reformulation of their face and body, which I said. Hydrating. So 80% of the formula is actually purified water that is infused with vitamin B5 to give your skin a lot of hydration. So that's great, especially for me. My skin is more normal to dry, especially in the winter. It's really dry, but right now in the summer it's kind of normal. But anyways, this will be good for me. Something else that I think is really cool about this foundation is that it claims to be waterproof and transfer proof. And usually when you get a foundation that's really dewy, you don't get that waterproof or that transfer proof technology in there also because it stays dewy, it stays wet. So I'm gonna try and not set this foundation and test it out, give you guys the real test to see if it actually is waterproof. If it is test proof, I'll go to the pool again like I did last time. So that'll be fun. I'll get to go to the pool because it's technically work. I'm trying out a foundation. So I'm really excited about this. Also, it's supposed to be really easy to apply, smooth, lightweight, dries to a flawless finish for all day wear. So lastly, this foundation is going to be $43. You can buy it right now on makeupforever.com. On July 22nd, you can get it at sephora.com, and August 5th in all Sephora stores. So let's go ahead and get started with the application demo. If you like Foundation Fridays, please give this one a thumbs up. Let me know which one you want to see next down below in the comments. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I make new videos every week. I'll leave a little red button right here. If you're on a computer, you can just click it and it will subscribe you to my channel. But if you're on a phone or a tablet, I'll leave a link down below in the description so you can subscribe and watch all my videos every single week. I zoomed you guys in real close. I do have on my IntelliShade underneath, which is just like a tinted SPF moisturizer that I put on every single morning. So you guys can see this is my bare skin. You can see what it looks like. Again, I'm on the normal to dry side. I am kind of dry around my mouth lately, but the rest of my face is pretty normal right now. So I actually have 3 different shades. I was going to give you guys the names and the numbers if you guys are close to me in skin color. It'll maybe help you out. So the first shade that I have is R330, which is called Warm Ivory, and this is a lighter shade with a warmer undertone. I'll go ahead and do a swatch for you guys. That's the R330. I've noticed that all of these do tend to have a little bit more of a pink undertone than the HD foundations. Okay, next up we have R370, which is their medium beige shade. Again, this is supposed to be more of a warm yellowy undertone according to the pictures and the name, but to me they all really do have a pinky undertone. So that's kind of, as of right now, I was kind of disappointed when I did the swatches because they all kind of felt really pinky to me. Don't you guys see how they kind of look so peachy to me? But I guess maybe once we put it on the skin, hopefully on my face, it won't pull so peachy. And then lastly, we have Y325, and this is the shade that I wear in the HD. I think it's one shade below 127, because I also wear 127 when I'm more tan. So we're going to test this one out today, but I will go ahead and do the swatch first. So this one seemed to be the most yellow to me, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll try this one out. Y325 is the one I'm going to use. I think I'm gonna take these chokers off just so I don't get makeup on them. But if you guys like them, they're from Bobble Bar. I'll go ahead and leave some links down below so you guys can go like right to them because they're kind of hard to find on the website. I'm gonna start by applying primer. This is my Makeup Forever Step 1. Very dirty. It's been in my makeup bag. This is one of my all-time favorite primers, so hopefully it'll go well with the foundation. They do recommend pairing the foundation with this primer. I'll put this on all over. They also recommend applying it with a sponge moistened with their Mist and Fix spray. And I do have that spray, I just can't find it right now. So I think I might just use my IT Cosmetics brush that I always use. The number 101 from Ulta. Which is kind of like my favorite because although I do like a beauty blender, when it comes down to it, most of the time I always use a brush. I don't know why, it's just my favorite method. Okay, I'm gonna apply a little bit to the back of my hand. I don't know how much. Okay, and then I think I'm just going to dot it. So right away I can tell this is very liquidy. It's very watery. Obviously, water blend. Okay, we'll start with that much. Do a really light layer first. Kind of almost feels like kind of cooling and refreshing on your skin. Okay, so right away, for being like 80% water, this covered a lot more than I was expecting. I just did a really, really light layer right now. I am gonna build it up to see if I can get a fuller coverage out of it, but like, it really evened out my complexion, and actually the color is pretty spot on. So far so good. I can see a glow right in here, right along my nose, kind of just everywhere. I can really see a really pretty glow, so far so good. Let's add a little more. It's kind of messy though. So now that I'm blending it in and I'm kind of working on that second layer, I can see why they would recommend to use a sponge. Because this is so watery, every little mistake would show. So you could see like a brush stroke in it. So I think that's probably why they recommend a sponge. So just make sure you're really blending. Be really careful, go back over everything or use a sponge. So far, so good. I'm really impressed with the formula. I think it's really beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face and I'll be right back. The rest of my face is on. I kind of went for a 90s look today to go with my chokers, but I really, really love this foundation so far. I've been in the market and looking for something that gives me that glowy look that I like, but that gives me all the coverage that I want, where I can do a super glam look with it. Great for day, great for night, and Makeup Forever never disappoints me. Like, my all-time favorite foundation is the Ultra HD, the new formula. I love the Stick HD. Like, they're just my holy grail favorite foundation, so I'm hoping this one will be my next one to kind of add to the bunch of my favorite foundations. So far, this is what it looks like. I feel like it just looks beautiful on the skin. It's a great way to give you a natural foundation look, but still be able to have like a glam look. I don't know, you guys understand me. So, okay, update time. So it's been about 4 hours. I ate, I was doing stuff around the house. So far, so good. I feel like the foundation has not budged at all. It has not moved. It hasn't transferred or gotten onto anything yet, which is a good sign. I do feel a little shiny right here, which is crazy because I love shine like here on my cheeks, nose, just something about shiny chin. I feel like then it starts to look oily instead of glowy. So I do feel a little shiny here, but that's pretty normal for me. I usually do. So far, I feel like it looks really good. Still looks pretty glowy, still looks pretty fresh. So I just changed. I'm in my little cover up and my swimsuit, and I'm gonna go to the pool now. So it's really sunny out right now. It's really hot, so I'm probably gonna get sweaty. I'm probably gonna get sunglass lines. So this is when I like to really put it to the test. So far, if you're just hanging around the house, I think it's gonna really last you all day, but I wanna see if it's gonna last when you go outside and spend time outside. You need to get a little hot, so be back in a couple minutes. Okay, I am back from the pool. And I think the foundation still looks pretty good. So last week I tested out the Estee Lauder, like I said earlier in the video, and it was a lighter coverage, but it was also supposed to be a really long wear. And I do feel like that lasted a little bit better at the pool. Like, I feel like this looks a little, a little oily, like a little dewy right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like take my foundation brush and just kind of reblend and maybe just do a little bit of powder in the T-zone before I go to dinner. But I do not feel like it looks bad or like this is something that I wouldn't wear. Like I'm definitely gonna continue wearing this and I really like it. I think it looks really pretty, but I do think it's gonna be a foundation that's gonna need a touch up or two throughout the day. So I think it has that long wear, but it doesn't mean that you're not gonna have to touch up, especially if you're oily or if you, like me, were out in the sun or the hot weather. It does need a little bit of touch up just so that it doesn't get patchy or like uneven or anything. So you can see that it's getting like a little bit, not like patchy, but starting to kind of separate a little bit around my mouth. And I know just kind of blending it in with a foundation brush and setting it with a little powder, it'll all go away. So it'll be no big deal. But the actual foundation is lasting. It is wearing really well. The formula still looks really pretty and dewy. Coverage is great. I just think it's not as long wearing as I thought it was gonna be. So I'm gonna touch up a little bit, go out to dinner, and then I will do my final test at the end. So this foundation claims to be waterproof, and Michael asked if he could, what do you want to do?
I want to pour a water bottle on your face.
Michael asked if he could dump a water bottle on my face, and that's something that I normally wouldn't let him do, but I'll let him do it just for this video, just for you guys. Also, aren't my sunglasses so cute? Like them?
Yeah.
So they're from Shop Ditto. It's really cute. It's like a cool company where you can rent sunglasses. So yeah, I rented these. But anyways, okay. I'm gonna go out to dinner and I'll be right back with my final check-in. Okay, it is 9:45 right now. I've had this foundation on since about noon. I went to dinner. So I've had a really full day in this foundation. I feel like I can give you guys my final thoughts, my overview, the good, the bad, how I feel about it. So for the good parts, the parts that I really love about this foundation, it really does do everything that it claims to do. It gives you that really glowy, that dewy look while still giving you that flawless finish and giving you so much coverage. And I love that. I love that combination. I think it's really beautiful and I think it's nice because for me, there are some days where I want to go more glam with my makeup. I want to do a heavier look, maybe even for like a special occasion, photo shoot, something like that. I want to go heavier with my makeup, but I still like my skin to look glowy and natural even though it's covered. You guys know what I mean? So that I really love. I love this formula. I think it looks really beautiful on the skin. And even though it does really cover everything, it just still gives you that like skin-like look and that natural look. So I really do like that. I ended up loving this color. Y325. It's a perfect match for me. I do have a little bit of self tanner on right now, but I just feel like it's a really nice neutral undertone for me. I could have done a little bit warmer, but I really, really like this color a lot. So if you guys are like that medium yellow undertone, this probably would be a good shade for you. Also, one thing that I noticed throughout the day with this foundation is that it looks really, really good in photos. And that's kind of something that Makeup Forever is always known for, is that their makeup is gonna look really good in photos and video. It's super HD, it looks good really close up, and that stays true to their name. So I really love that. So this will definitely be a foundation that I'm gonna wear when I'm filming or when I'm taking photos, like blog photos and Instagram photos and all that stuff. So great for those things when you wanna look really good, really up close. Now the only thing that I wasn't so impressed with is I wish it had more longevity. For me, it's not a big deal to touch up. I actually like touching up before I go out to dinner or just, you know, whatever. But I know that for a lot of you guys, touching up is maybe not something A, you have time to do, or B, that you want to do, or that you always bring stuff with you. So I know that could be maybe like a little bit of an issue for a lot of you guys. So I did want to mention that. So yeah, I did want to mention that. That's kind of like a negative, as I do feel like it does kind of break up in your more oily spots throughout the day. So for me, I'd personally recommend this foundation for someone with more normal to dry skin. I feel like if you have dry skin, this is going to be like your favorite foundation. If you have oily skin, I don't know so much, because it is such a dewy look and full coverage that if it just breaks up the slightest bit, you're going to be able to see that. So definitely go get a sample, try it out. I really, really like it. I have a feeling like the more I wear it, the more I'm going to love it even more and more. So I'm going to give it today a 4 out of 5 because I wish it just had longer wear, but I really love the formula. I think it looks really pretty, and for me, if a foundation looks good in photos, that's a really good test. So hope that you guys enjoyed this foundation Friday. I tried to make this one a little bit longer, a little bit more in depth, so let me know if you liked it by giving this a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you're going to try this one out, and if you have any requests for future foundation Fridays, please subscribe. If you're new to my channel, I make new videos all the time, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye. We're gonna do the water test. This is Colby for you guys that don't watch my vlogs. You're such a big boy. Oh, you smell so good. Okay, we're gonna get wet. I'm scared now. Wait, you're really gonna pour it on my face?
I'm just gonna squirt it.
Wish it was like a mister.
Close your eyes, I'll just squirt it. Chloe's gonna lick it off you. Dang, got it.
I'm scared. Did it come off?
No, it looks like it just worked now.
Is it just like, I'd rather it would like just drip down and not like break it up. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have the water like all here, like I'm soaking, but if you can tell, it just kind of like beaded off and it like rolls down kind of like a microfiber towel or something like that. So this is not gonna like actually like make your face wet, like it kind of repels water, I wanted to mention. And also, I did put this to the test. I changed my clothes so many times today. I filmed 2 videos, I went to the pool, I went out to dinner, and so I changed my clothes and was putting them over and on my head and down so many times. It did not transfer at all, and that's an issue I always have. And speaking of that, this dress is actually dirty, and I had some makeup on here from the last time I wore it, and I wanted to wear it before I washed it again. So that is not from this foundation. This did not transfer at all. I even laid down on the bed for like 10 minutes, and we have white sheets. It didn't get on our sheets at all. So that's a thumbs up for me.